I know, ladies and gentlemen, I haven't been feeling well, but the commission never sleeps. He's got things to do. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your draft grade. I'm sick. I don't know what I'm talking about. Draft grade special brought to you by Legal Pad. Also, Puffs Lotion. Also, green tea. Okay. We really need to get ourselves together. The commission's been down, but he's back and ready to go. Sorry for the late draft grade. Also, we will be doing next the power rankings for week 1. Now, this is how the draft grade will work. You will have your team, you will have your overall grade, your best player, and then a sleeper. Okay, so I will go by team, not in a particular order. We're not going from first to last. We're just given a team, overall grade, best player, and sleeper. Please, I want to hear all of your disagreements. We had a little hiccup there. Now, this is a completely partial and biased grade from your commish, okay? With his supreme talent, he will grade your teams, okay? Noted, these grades are based on potential for the season, not anything further. Without further ado, let's just start off with new team, Roethlisberger helper. That'd be Tyler Crouch. I would give a partial and biased grade of a B+. Best player, Julio Jones. He took him in the first round. Better be his best player. And then sleeper, Devontae Parker. Not saying first week clearly. The game was postponed. But watch out for Devontae Parker. He's going to keep him on his team as long as he is there. Okay. Then we go to my Johnson's hurt. I know it's a little late, but I did this previously. I did these grades previously. Derek Crouch. That was an A-. If I could go back and do it over, we would, but we didn't have the opportunity of knowing the injury. David Johnson, clearly his best player. Now we know he's hurt. That's a disappointment there. Big loss. And then Brandon Marshall, one of those players that if Odell Beckham stays hurt, possibly gets all the receptions there. Number 3, Cops and Rodgers. Justin Ramirez with a solid B- score. Aaron Rodgers, his best player probably in terms of points scored. And then sleeper, not very sleeper, but he's awake, Terrell Pryor Sr. Then we go to number 4, Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon on a Prayer, by Mark Jones. I think that he scored maybe the best, and he included also losing one of his draft picks due to error during the draft. A-, probably the best draft out of everyone. He's got Le'Veon Bell, and then some really deep pickups, one being Pierre Garçon. Very big pickup there. Then we go to easy breezy season. Michael Schaefer trying to redeem himself from a lackluster performance last year. A C+. This is the worst grade I gave out. Not saying that this is, again, it's just for potential for the season. It doesn't look strong, but we're going to say he's got options here. DeAndre Hopkins is best player, and then a sleeper, not very much of a sleeper, but maybe a guy that kind of regenerates performance, Randall Cobb here. Then we go to Gronk if you love Jesus. Solid name there. Patty Schaefer, a B. Just a flat B, okay? Rob Gronkowski, obviously her best player. She loves some Robert Gronkowski, even though she's a Dolphins fan. Then we go to her sleeper, Tyreek Hill. Not much of a sleeper there. That guy is going to be awake all season as well. Throws like a girly onto Madame First Lady, Lauren Crouch. C+. Now, again, not a great score here, but does have some depth and does look like to have potential. She definitely looks to have potential. I know these are little hiccups in this series. Don't worry about that. This is just due to editing problems. Matt Ryan and then Stephon Diggs. Again, throws like a girly. C+, not bad. Dalvin and the Chipmunks. Taryn Crouch. I got to give credit. The best name, okay, in all of the league. Dalvin and the Chipmunks. I love it. Taryn Crouch. C+. Odell Beckham is her best player. That's a dangerous pickup just due to the injury. But then also a preference here, again, partial and biased. Dalvin Cook, her sleeper. Clearly, after watching week 1, not much of a sleeper. Now on to, you're going to get Kareemed. Mackenzie Mummy. I'm going to give him a B minus. There's some really good players here, but lackluster in some areas, okay? Mike Evans, his #1 player, that's a solid #1 player, but I don't know if you want your wide receiver who may take a drop off due to lack of receptions as your #1 player. Then as a deep sleeper, we got Corey Davis. This guy went under the radar. Watch him, okay? Week maybe 6 and on. Then on to the second best name in the league, Ertz, I farted. David Hildebrand, B+. Great job again by David Hildebrand. Devontae Freeman was his best player. And then a deep sleeper again, Marvin Jones Jr. Someone's got to get receptions on the Lions, and Stafford loves throwing it to him. So then we're down to the last two. Golden Tater Tot, a very solid name. John Kerr. Now this is the only one. I put a 2-part grade here. 1 if Zeke plays, 1 if Zeke is suspended. Okay, serves his full suspension. A B- if he plays. A C- if he serves a full suspension. So technically he could have the worst draft grade if Zeke serves a 6-game suspension. Roll the dice. I love the way he plays. Again, that would earn him a B-. But now we're going on to Zeke as his best player, potentially, and then on to Ty Montgomery. They're committed to playing him at running back, ladies and gentlemen, on the Packers. So let's see if he actually performs well. Deep sleeper there. Then on to the very last one. Super Mariota, Wanda Jones, a C+. Very odd drafting, but hearing her reasoning and seeing her draft book really made me believe in this draft, okay? I may even have changed this grade if I would have done this previously. Now, #1 best player, person I believe in firmly, Amari Cooper, okay? I believe he is #1 receiver for maybe one of the best offensive teams in the game. And then we move on to her sleeper, who she took in the first round. Yes, a sleeper. Do not sleep on Chris Hogan. I have convinced myself that Chris Hogan's going to be a good player in this league. He may even be, at some point throughout this year, Tom Brady's #1 reception maniac, okay? If that's the case, then Chris Hogan, what a great pickup there. Congrats on your efforts. Drafts mean a lot, but good ownership is a process, okay? Good ownership is a process. Manage your teams well, okay? Perform well. Again, remember, waiver wire pickups are important. Get after it, y'all. Get after it. Signing off, Kamish.